All right, guys, I believe we are live. Let me check over here. Shows on my end we are. Let's see here. I need to refresh. I just want to make sure everything's coming in right. Still not showing on my end. I don't know what's going on. Josh, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up on the end of YouTube because it's not showing up anything. There we go. All right, gotcha. All right, the mic's coming in too. Gray said he wanted to come on. I don't know. That camera's getting on my nerves doing that right there. I hope it doesn't continuously do it throughout the night. It's just, that's annoying. What did you want to tell him, Gray?
Hey.
That's all you wanted to say was hey. All right. What's up, Metal Mike? What's up, Jared? Outlaw? What's up, Cardinals? We got a lot of folks here. We're going to have a special guest coming in here in a little bit. Well, it looks like we're going to have a couple more people too. I see Octane's popped into the picture. Nice. I like the interaction. Our big guest tonight is going to be Pepino Man himself. He's coming on and he's going to talk to us about the Clash. He was there in person, and there's nothing like being in person versus watching it on TV. So I'm anxious to see how things were in person versus what we seen on TV. So, is there anything else you want to say before I let you go?
No.
He just wanted to say, "Hey guys." He never would tell me what he wanted to say, so there he goes. All right. So, let's see. I haven't seen him pop up in my area yet down at the bottom, but I'll go ahead and bring Josh on, and I guess Octane if they want to chit chat for a few minutes, and then maybe he'll come in. All right, we're adding Josh. Are you good, Josh?
What's up?
All right, what's up, man? Got him. And let's add in Octane. All right, Octane, you're on.
Yeah, I'm on. I got my. Hang on, I'm going to stop here for a second. I got my sound on, but my picture off since I'm at work. So.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So this is Octane's first time being on here like this. I know we done one of these before with Josh and Mike, Metal Mike, that one time. So these are fun, interactive live streams. But I haven't seen Pepino came on yet. Zoom out on Josh. But we're talking Clash talk tonight or anything, whatever topic comes up. What did you guys think of the Clash initially? I mean, what was your thoughts going in?
I kind of thought it was the Clash itself is a gimmicky idea from the beginning, but this
Right.
kind of I kind of thought it took it a little over the top, but I like the idea of having a quarter-mile track, but at the same time, there's a lot of quarter-mile tracks ready to go. So I
Yeah.
went in with with an open mind as I could, not knowing what to expect. At the end of the day, I liked the racing, but the that California flavor they get it. I didn't care much for that.
Yeah, I agree there because you're going to make these people think that this is what they're getting every race, and that's not how it is. We all know that, though. What did you think, Josh?
Um, I thought the racing was really good. I mean, we all expected it to be a one groove race. But I mean, some of the guys made the outside work until they got down. I liked seeing all the bump and runs. I wasn't sure what to expect on that, just because we haven't. There's aggressive drivers, but it's not like a Dale Earnhardt out there that if you're in his way, he's gonna move you every time. I saw some people bumping people out of the way that I was like, wow, they actually know how to use their bumper. So
Yeah. At times, we saw three wide action, and you knew going down that, well, you call it a straightaway, but it was curved. Like, there's no way this happens. And somebody was going to get rooted out. And usually that was the case. But
it,
I'm the same way.
the three
I agree.
wide seemed to work itself out without anybody. I mean, I think there's one or two incidents when they
Right.
were three wide and that someone spun out. But
Right. Let's see what we got here. Somebody said Shaw Racing Collect says, I think you mean Crash. Somebody. And Metal Mike says, I wasn't hating the next gen car, especially composite bodies. Chris Cook's here. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, there was not, after a lot of that contact, there was not tire rubs or anything like that.
No, I noticed that. And they were, they preached the composite bodies real big. And I think they held up really well. Of course, if you're hitting a concrete wall, they had no safer barrier on the inside other than it just being concrete. That destroyed the cars real bad.
But I will say that hit Justin Haley had on the inside wall obliterated his car. And I was very surprised by that.
Well, I think what happened with Haley's crash is that he clipped the end of the barrier. He didn't hit it full on. He clipped the end of it like what you would see it set up maybe on an exit ramp or something, and it just peeled the left front corner of the car completely off.
Yeah.
So it was a very, very odd angle that he hit.
Right. Outlaw says he hates the number placement. I agree there, but I'll say,
it's growing on me.
Yeah, the cars. I'm liking the cars.
Same here with the numbers. It's growing on me too.
It looks a lot better when it's two numbers though versus a single number. But I didn't like seeing those cars when they were testing them and all that. They didn't look as good when all the sponsors weren't on them. But watching that race with them all on the track, I almost didn't seem different to me.
Right. Yeah. Roger Riggs, he says, I like the hat, Josh. Roger's he's dead on this. He does not like this car. He did not like the Clash. He's told me several times he didn't like none of it, which he's kind of the older school, so he doesn't like the change, I'll admit. But he said that he wants to see what those numbers are going to look like. He told me the other day when they get to like a Talladega or, per se Daytona, are you going to be able to see those numbers where they're slid up so far? He thinks you can't. I don't know. I'm curious to see too, though. I don't know what y'all think about that though.
Yeah, Shaw Racing, I there's going to be growing pains clearly. And we did see that with the two cars just on the caution, just trying to heat up their tires.
Yeah, I see what he says there. That brings up a good point because, that took out two good cars, especially Reddick. He was running really well all day.
I think Reddick was going to win that.
Yeah.
I'll agree. Reddick definitely had a top three car at the very, very worst.
Think about it, though. I got some notables here. Brad K didn't make the Clash. Wow. No, I was impressed. that was a shocker to me. I mean, they have the new team over there. It just makes you wonder. I know that's an exhibition race, but how will they perform this year?
They didn't look ready at all.
No, not at all. And no pit stops. Well, I guess they had the one where they went in for the break.
Well, he's talking about just a normal race. If they go in for pit, they drop that jack. Oh, yeah. They're dropping the clutch and going.
I understand now. I thought he was talking about just them having a pit stop during the whole race. I got you. Yeah, I see. I didn't read the entire thing. I just kind of read the first line there. He says, man, Austin's got a rough introduction.
I felt kind of bad for Ty Dillon, though. I mean, that's his fault. He jumped the start, but, I mean, he got blackballed last year from the sport.
Yeah.
He had no practice.
Had to drop out where he's at work, I guess.
That's all right.
Waiting on Pepino, man. Haven't seen him pop in. I don't know. There he comes back. Let me let him back in. He may have had connection issues. I don't know what happened there, Octane. He just dropped out on us.
Yeah, I accidentally closed out this screen. I was reading the chat log, and then I closed out the screen by accident.
I figured you might have had to just go where you were at work.
Yeah, actually, I have you up on the TV reading the chat.
Hey, what works. Yeah, Ty, he hit everything but the pace car. I agree. That was tough though, but it was clear as day. He did jump the starts, so they gotta preach that. So,
well, that's kind of a big controversy with that restart zone. Is when he was starting P2, yes, he clearly jumped the start, but as the leader, That's where the shades of gray on that rule comes in.
Yeah, I thought the same.
Yeah, because
thing
he is leading the field.
Yeah, and I always thought the lead car had control as long as he's in that zone, and he was in that zone, correct?
It was very close. I mean, it was one of those things that, if he wasn't in the zone, he didn't miss it by more than a couple feet.
Yeah, and I think they called him on it because it looked worse than it was, because second place didn't like jump it along with them.
Yeah. Roger says, wait, when NASCAR goes to the real road course, that's when you're going to see a lot of mechanical problems. Probably so. Turning left and right, a lot of braking.
Well, I think you'll see a lot of over revved engines because they're still getting used to the sequential shifter.
Yeah.
And versus the H pattern. I can't remember who they talked about yesterday, but somebody threw it in first gear instead of second when they thought they were going.
I think that was Amarola. They said he was doing it, and he was shifting up, and he went to the wrong gear.
Yeah.
One time, I want to say it was Amarola, and that was rough on him too. Yesterday, he didn't have a good run.
Yeah, it's like he started where he left off last year.
No, I'm talking. Okay. Gray's coming in saying, "Did I say something?" He says, "Oh, he's talking in the chat." It was Briscoe. Shaw Racing says it was Briscoe. And then
it may have. Well, Briscoe was shifting the whole race.
Yeah, he shifted in practice. I was watching the practice and heard him shifting, and I was like, no one is saying anything about that.
I've never been so excited for a new season. I was just tired of not having racing on. I was like amped up just for practice. I guess because we haven't really had one of those types of practices in a while. And then you had the single car qualifying. I like that too, other than the groups. I don't know what you guys thought about that.
Yeah, Shaw, I liked seeing the smaller teams too.
Yes, they are bringing back qualifying for 2022.
It's a different type of format, but they're bringing that stuff back, and it's different at each track.
It's still kind of group qualifying in the sense that there's a time session, correct? But it's kind of a practice / qualifying.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they take the average time or something like that from that session.
I just texted Pepino to see if he was going to come on. Maybe he might have slipped him. I don't know. But yeah, what about the pre-race and how they handled all that? What did y'all think about that? The build-up, I guess, hype.
I mean, from everyday watcher, I mean, it is what it is. It's like you're watching. It's like the NFL with the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, because you think this Sunday's the Super Bowl. It was like NASCAR's Super Bowl version in town. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was neat seeing all the personalities there and the people that were there.
Yeah, definitely a different group of celebrity.
Yeah. Which I kind of figured it would be that way because of the LA market. That's kind of like when they go to Fontana, the same way. You see a lot of celebrities out there. The halftime reel could have been left out, in my opinion, though. That was okay, but it is what it is. Like you said, for the average watcher, we're not used to that. We're just not. But I guess that's an exhibition race, so you can kind of spice it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of think of it that it was a thing too where they were in that direct LA market in years past. It's always been Ontario, Riverside, Fontana, or even Sears Point, but they really, really wanted to rub that Hollywood bit, get as much of that on them as they could, and hoping. I know that they're looking for more new fans, but I don't know if this is exactly the way you go about it.
Shaw says Pitbull wasn't that good, but Ice Cube killed it. Yeah, it was good. They didn't play but the one song for Pitbull, so us viewers at home didn't get to see that entire concert. I know that they were continuing that on. What was the deal with them being out, like when they would go outside the Coliseum and they would be on the streets talking to the drivers away? They always tend to have that mic situation. What was going on there?
I just think it was too far away. They were wireless mics and they're too far away from the signal.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Either that or they introduced some new equipment through Fox and they just haven't got all the bugs worked out yet, much like the new car.
Yeah, and there could be a whole range of being in the field of that kind of stuff. There's interference, same things on same frequencies. Who knows?
I noticed they tried it several times, and every time it was like just not working. So they kind of just stayed away from it as much as possible. What about Stewart in the booth? What did y'all think about that?
I liked it.
I thought it spiced things up. I'll admit, I didn't know how good he was going to be, but
I mean, Danny, you know how I am. I'm big on voices, so his voice isn't annoying to me.
Is that a vibe back to Gordon? Was he annoying?
Sort of. I don't know.
Yeah. We kind of chatted about that on text the other day. I know you're just giving me a hard time on some of it, but I mean, yeah.
I think
seeing him there.
I think Stewart and Boyer meshed really well. Of course, you figure Boyer and Stewart, worked together as a driver-owner pair for a few years, so they had that chemistry already on board. So I think it was just a natural fit in the booth.
Yeah, and they would go talk about someone wrecking, and Stewart's like, well, yeah, you wrecked a bunch of my cars.
Yeah, I like the punchlines to Clint. I thought that was interesting too. Yeah, I understand. I agree. I mean, y'all know me and Gordon. I agree there, Shaw, though. He says he didn't miss Gordon at all. Okay. There's something else I want to touch on. Did you guys see the deal with Emmitt Smith today, bringing Jesse Iwuji on? I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Right.
Who knows? You just see more and more celebrities like.
Yeah, but that's good. They're getting that outreach. That's great for the sport.
I know Roger likes Jesse a lot just because he was in, he's in the Navy. He's a.
I know. Stacy was. She was like hearing in the background, and she heard Daniel Suarez talking. She's like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "That's Daniel Suarez. He's from Mexico." And then like a couple hours later, Pitbull's singing. She's like, "Why the heck is Pitbull singing?" I'm like, "He's a car owner. He owns a car since last year." She's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, he owns Daniel Suarez's car." She's like, "Oh, that makes sense."
And now Chastain's car.
Yeah. He wasn't doing very well.
It was funny with Gray. He knows Daniel Suarez from the movie Cars. Yeah, he signed your hat, Roger, at the late model race. That was cool. He knows him from the movie Cars, and I was trying to explain to him who that was, and he's like, "Why does he talk like that?" I was like, "Because he's Hispanic." He's like, "But I don't understand him." I'm like, "Well, I don't know what to tell you." And every time he would just keep saying that every time he came on. He was getting a lot of publicity, though. I thought that was good for him because he doesn't normally.
I don't know what Suarez's problem was in top equipment, but he like gets the most out of these Trackhouse cars.
He does. He really does.
Well, I think when he was at SHR and at Gibbs, I think he was just the number 4 player on the team. He was just kind of a filler because he brought some money.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by, Shaw. Appreciate you chiming in, chit-chatting there. We don't understand Josh. He's from Ohio. he acts like he's really far. He's just in Michigan. Like, really? Talk about understanding somebody. How about my Southern accent?
I'm used to it by now.
Yeah, your wife still makes fun of it, though.
Yeah, she does.
She loves hearing Gray talk.
She's like, "Listen to him."
Yeah. There he is. There he is. He was a little late. I'm going to add Pepino in, guys. What's up, man?
What's up? What's going on?
Good. Nothing much. Just chilling. Talking some NASCAR, as you say.
NASCAR.
Yeah, man. So overall, how did you enjoy yourself yesterday?
I had a good time, man. I had a real good
Good.
time. I don't know if that's the standard structure that you guys have, like normally, or I don't know if that was more of an LA style NASCAR race,
It was total LA style.
100%
right?
LA.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't, I don't assume you guys normally have Ice Cube and Pitbull performing, right?
Well,
No,
Pitbull's he owns a car, so
Oh, does he?
yeah, he owns Daniel Suarez's car, the number
Oh,
99.
that's your boy.
yeah. I was telling my
Yeah, man.
daughter, when Daniel Suarez was being announced, and he came out in a mariachi hat and everything, and I was telling her, I have his autograph. She's like,
Yeah.
no. I'm like, yeah, I have two of them.
We were just talking about how he got a lot of publicity, which is awesome for him. He doesn't normally get that much publicity, so it was great seeing him, stand out like a star like that.
Yeah, he was like one of the last ones came out with the mariachi hat and everything. So, in LA, that's a big plus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, got that big Latino following out there. So Roger Riggs, he Roger is like a friend of mine, Pepino. He rides a lot with me when we go to these NASCAR events, and I'm all time showing him your videos. He dies laughing. So he says he loves your videos.
Oh, that's cool.
But we were wanting to know, like, what we seen on TV, was there a different atmosphere, of course, being there at the track? I mean, of course you didn't watch it on TV, but there's some things we didn't get to see, like with Pitbull's performance. Like, how many songs did he wind up doing? Because we only seen the one.
Oh, really? He did seemed like 10. Like, seems like he was out there for a long time.
Yeah, we didn't get to see all that. We just seen the first song that he done, and then they cut him. But
Yeah, Pitbull. Yeah, because Ice Cube did like 5 songs. Pitbull seemed like he did like 10. Seemed like he did
Oh
every
man,
song.
I think we only saw one Ice Cube song too.
Oh, really? Yeah.
well, it was like a mashup, but I'm guessing he may have performed a little bit more after they went to commercials, because we didn't get to see anything. He did.
Yeah, and
I was
then
gonna-
they would go to the broadcasters and
Yeah.
Because I only
So,
remember seeing one Ice Cube song as well, but I was cooking dinner at that time as well.
yeah, I think it was like a mashed up song or something. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. It was that's not your normal style NASCAR weekend. Usually, like, it's just like what's the standard weekend? I'm trying to back it up because we've just had
Like-
where they show up and race last year.
pre-COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, they would get in town on a Thursday, practice Fridays. All the campsites, they would have country artists come in and do concerts at the campgrounds. Do qualifying, practice qualifying Saturday. Then you have Xfinity trucks, all that mixed in. It was busy weekends.
Yeah, most weekends there's at least 2 or 3 different series, including, like what Josh said, trucks, Xfinity, and sometimes ARCA. And now last year at Indy, they had the IndyCar doubleheader. So there's usually more racing series involved as well for each weekend.
You definitely need to go to like Fontana. I don't know how far that is away from you, Pepino, and see like an
15
actual.
minutes.
See, you need to go to that track and check that one out. It's a little different. It would be
Yeah, I
good.
mean, I live like a block away from the Pomona Fairplex, and right there we have NHRA, and I think they have a NASCAR track also, but I don't think they do any official racing there.
Right.
But there's a lot of racing around here. We also, like, by my old house, right next door was the Speedway, Irwindale Speedway. That was also a short track. But there's a lot of racing around here, just no really huge NASCAR following. But I was kind of surprised at how many people I saw there, with the actual expensive NASCAR jackets and stuff,
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to hit on. You kind of answered the question, but I seen a lot of ethnic groups. Like, they showed a Chinese guy one time. They showed some African American folks, of course, the Caucasians, then the Latinos. Did you see a lot of that too?
Oh yeah, I was surrounded, I had I know I had some Asians to my right, and on my left I had some, black folk, white people behind me, and in front of me I had a group of Mexicans and white people. I mean, But that's LA. That's everywhere.
Yeah,
you know?
See,
that's
that's
standard
another thing. You don't
protocol.
normally see that, which I think is
Yeah.
cool. I mean, you know,
Well,
I
one thing
I
that
mean,
I
we have a Chinatown. We have a little
right,
Italy. We have Koreatown. We have all this other
right,
So
right.
it's a big
well
mixture here. But it
something
was
that I
cool.
had noticed with the go ahead.
No,
It
go
was
ahead.
cool to see
You were speaking.
all these different people interested. It's LA. NASCAR is not huge here, I would guess. I think a lot of people went to go check it out, but I think a lot of people actually liked it. See if we stick
Right,
around.
right. Well, I'm hoping that it gained some new fans. I mean, did it make you want to watch it maybe on TV again?
Yeah, it was cool, like keeping track of, because the whole time I just kept looking back and forth to the race, and on the board, they will
Right, the
have who's
scoreboard.
leading, who's second, third, fourth, and all that. Just keeping track of all that. And I know that's not your standard race. It was kind of a small track, and it was pretty fast. So those 175 laps 150 laps didn't take very long.
Right, right. Yeah. See, they usually have segments. See, they didn't do that in the standard race has segments. Like, if they run, I don't know, like February 20th is the Daytona 500. What's the segment run on that? I'm not good with numbers really quick. Isn't it
I
like
think it's 60, 60, 80.
that's what I was thinking, 60 and 60 and then 80. And what they'll do is they'll stop the race and whoever's leading at that segment gets points, and then they go back racing a couple laps later, and then you do the final run, and that's the winner. So it's a little
Yeah, we had
different.
just that one break, so it's broken down to 75 and 75 laps.
So I guess that's kind of like a stage, but that race didn't count for anything really. I mean, they won money, but past that it was nothing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like because at the beginning, I believe it was number 8. I mean, he was winning, and then his car just broke down. It's like, oh, is he really out? And like, yeah, he was
Well,
gone. He was gone.
another thing I don't think most people would even. I don't know what the percentage would be of people who actually follow NASCAR and just it was just something for them to do in LA. But I would say the majority of those people probably didn't realize that they were literally watching the first race of the brand new car.
Yeah, you got me jealous. Yeah. You got me jealous on that because you can say I was there. I was there.
Yeah, I heard him talking about that, during the preliminaries or in their test runs and stuff. Say like, these are new cars. They got to get used to them. Brand new everything.
Yeah, and
So they were
that was the
adjusting
deal
to the
with the
car
number
itself.
8. You know how you said the number 8 broke
Yeah.
down? They're still trying to fix some of those bugs in the cars because they were talking about transactional issues where those changed placements, and then they had the gear issues going on and where they were
Yeah,
shifting.
when they're doing the test runs, a lot of cars I keep seeing their front tire break, would freeze like boom boom boom. Like I don't think
Yeah.
they were supposed to be doing that.
Well,
Yeah, they were
it was their
locking up
brakes. They
the
were trying to
front
get used
left a
to it.
lot.
Do what now?
They were locking up the front lefts.
From what I've heard, those cars, they're when you hit the brakes, they lock up a whole lot quicker than the older cars did. They're trying to get used to it, I think.
Yeah, because the calipers are, or the discs are like 2 inches bigger.
Yeah.
Well, something else Tony Stewart had mentioned during the race, I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but there is no ride height rule either. So you can run the car as high or low as you want to, and that's going to affect the center of gravity and balance and all that.
Yeah. Hey, I just seen you turn up the beer. Did you ever find your beer? I do got to ask that because you said it's sold out.
Yeah, no, well, that stand that I went to sold out. By the end, like after the Ice Cube concert, before the second half was supposed to start, I went to go buy beer again, and like half of them are already sold out. Because I think
Wow.
I think the ticket sales at first were like really, really slow.
Right.
And I don't know if like Ice Cube coming on brought just a lot of other people on, and then they sold a lot more tickets. And it was a typical LA crowd where at the beginning of the race there's nobody there,
Yeah.
and then by the time it ends, everybody's there.
Yeah, I was scratching my head. I was like, when they started the first heat, were you there for the entire thing, or did you come near the end?
No, I went in there about 12:45. Like 1 o'clock is when everything started.
Right. So you were in there from the get go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, there's hardly anybody here, man. This doesn't look good on
No,
NASCAR. And then as the
no,
day
I
teetered
mean,
on.
because when we got there, I think we got towards the parking lot somewhere around 11:15, 11:30, and there was a lot of tailgating going on. I mean, the streets were busy,
Right,
but
right.
that's one of the things here is like people they tailgate a little bit too long, you know?
Well, they do that. That's a typical race weekend deal there, though.
Yeah.
That is a true
Yeah, they
deal.
get drunk, go camping, and go watch racing.
Right. And half the people, it's hilarious. Like when say me and Roger go to a race, I mean, because that's usually my racing partner that I go to race. We like to sit back and just watch all the fans, during the race because it's hilarious the stupidity that they do. Speaking of Roger, he wants to ask you something. He says, how hard was it to find a place to park? Heard some people were paying upwards to $100. Wow.
Oh yeah, $100 was like the cheapest parking. That would be like at somebody's front yard. You know,
Jesus.
a lot of people around that area, they park cars in their front yard in their driveways, charge people $100.
And I
So that's
thought
the
the
cheap
entire
parking.
time, I thought the entire time when they go to Martinsville, there's this house that has like I think it's like $20 parking was expensive.
See,
$20.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like the same thing in Cleveland, though. It's any. I mean, Cleveland's nothing like LA, but any bigger city you get to, it's just the demand.
yeah, LA money. He's Metal Mike says LA money. So the
Wow,
cost of
I didn't
living's a
know it
little
was
bit
that cheap
expensive too.
everywhere. No, because I have okay, I work at USC, so it's right next door to the Coliseum, and I have coworkers that bought houses because USC offers a program where they pay like for a high amount of number if you buy a house within a mile from the campus, so you don't have to drive. So I
Right.
know a few people that bought a house, but it's in the ghetto. I mean, it's like a really bad neighborhood. But I know a few people who bought houses there, and they make you know a few $100 every time there's any kind of event at the Coliseum by charging $100 for parking because I think the parking at the place was like 150, like at the
Jeez.
Coliseum.
Man.
So people are looking to park other places and walk a couple blocks.
Yeah, I don't blame them at all. I would do the extra walking too. That's crazy.
Yeah, parking is awful at the Coliseum. It's really awful.
Yeah. So I know they're gonna tear the place up, right? Have they
Yeah,
started that already?
yeah, they started right away the same night.
Right. Do you know how they're gonna do the track itself? Are they grinding that up or just gonna do away? Because me and Josh we were talking last night. He was like, I wonder if Pepino Man can get us like a little piece of the track or something.
Oh yeah, I probably can. I should go check it out.
Yeah, definitely. I would put that up for sure. That would be cool.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of pieces already breaking off on the edge because the field is down low, and then they filled it up with like dry cement, like a couple of feet, and then to form the bottom, and then they put the track over that. So
Yeah.
all around the edges where the asphalt, kind of finished, or the pieces are breaking off. You know what I mean? On the edges, you can really
Right.
take those off pretty easy.
Right. Right. Yeah, if you can do that, man, that would be awesome. I would
Yeah, I'll
I
check
would
that out. I'll check that out. I'll have to
yeah.
go over there. I didn't think about that.
You did get me that program. I know you sent me the picture. Was that yours or that mine? I mean, if it's
No,
yours, that's fine.
that's yours. I got that for you. Hold on.
Okay, that is awesome. I know I had asked you about that. I really appreciate that. That was really nice of you to do.
So yeah, this is like the bag it came in. I don't
Oh
know if
yeah,
that.
like the Speed Weeks. That's like the official Daytona. Ain't that? Don't they give those out at like Daytona? It looked like the Daytona logo up there. I don't know. What's
Yeah,
up, Papa Rock? Oh,
so it's
that's
a
awesome.
pretty big. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
I haven't
cool.
opened it yet. It came in a plastic. I haven't even taken it out of the plastic yet. I haven't looked at it.
Right. You can look at it. I don't care. That's cool.
Yeah, it's got a picture of Fontana. The Fontana.
Yeah, that race is coming up. That's right after what is that? After Daytona, right? Not long after. Don't they take the West Coast swing?
Yeah. It's Yeah. I mean, I got to go to Fontana. When I was a kid in Mexico, we used to go to a lot of racing events over there. But that's why I was kind of wondering, like, I don't know if I've been to an actual NASCAR in America, but I've been to car racing a lot before.
Right.
I don't know.
I was thinking, I was like, he's had to have went to something. I just knew you hadn't went to the NASCAR stuff.
Me going to short track and a big track like Michigan, nothing compares to them going almost to. Well, at Michigan at that time, they're doing 210 miles per hour. And there's nothing compared to that. It's nuts.
Yeah. I got it.
But
Yeah.
But Pino would be the guy climbing on top of the fence saying, no, I'm just kidding.
I got to go check that out because, yeah, that was the thing. I think I remember at first they were saying like they could barely reach in the 90s. I was like, that ain't fast at all. Because
No.
it's so short. It's like just going around a football field. It's so short.
Right. Didn't they Octane would know this. Didn't they run like a LA street race back in the 90s or something?
There was 3 what's now called the ARCA West Series when it was the Winston West Series. I'm sorry, scratch that. Southwest Tour, which is a division that does not race anymore. I believe it was 98, 99, 2000 or thereabouts. They did run a street race in Los Angeles. I don't know the circuit. It was not the Long Beach circuit that the Indy cars run on, but it was a street course in Los Angeles.
Do you have any remembrance of that?
I
I'm
don't.
talking to Pepino
Oh,
with
I'm
that
sorry.
question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were.
Oh, I don't either. Not that I
Oh,
remember.
wow. Okay, we got a question for you here. This is off topic, which is fine. I mean, we're just going with the flow. Metal Mike wants to know what's in the binders. I know what's in the binders, but you can talk about that. Go ahead.
Oh, that's all. That whole thing is baseball cards. I collect sets, so I got sets starting from 1958 tops. Then I got all the Donruss, the Fleer, Upper Deck, Score. Yeah, I'm a big baseball card collector, and I mean, I got Hot Wheels on my ceiling.
I love the room, man. I do. I love it. When's the next episode for the shelf series coming out where you show what's on the shelf? Those
Pretty
are
soon,
hilarious.
I gotta fix it up, man. I'm going through a big cleaning stage. I got too many stuff, so I'm taking out all my basketball stuff, all my football stuff, and concentrating on baseball. And I have like probably 400 Hot Wheels, and I wanted to put them all in my ceiling on those things, but because of the fan, there's no way they'll fit. So I just have them in
Yeah.
some tubs. But
I
I
can see that
want to
happening
display 'em.
now. You turn the thing and the fan comes on and just slings them.
No, well, look at that. See if you can see it. The first time I put this one in, I don't know if you can see that box right there, but I clipped the corner.
That's
broke
what I was going to say.
The fan clipped the corner. I mean, I had that pack since I was a kid. Michael Jordan on the front, and then turned on the fan because I changed the fan. I had one, I guess the one that I had before had smaller blades, and when I put this one in, I turned it on. Bam! Smacked it off the ceiling.
Crap. I got to unblock Metal Mike. Holy crap.
Oh, you blocked him?
Yeah, by mistake. How do I do that, Josh? Because I was trying to get rid of that person. Oh, crap.
You blocked them?
By mistake, because I clicked that whatever that show me the without clothing crap. Man, I hate those bots coming in. Yeah, I seen that, Roger. I don't know. Now I feel like crap because I done that. I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and do that. It's something I can't do here.
You can't hover over his name and on.
Let me see.
Click on it again or something?
No, it just says he was blocked.
Uh-oh.
Did you block them, or do you have what's that called? Those people that can block other people?
Yeah, the mods. Yeah, I have
The moderators.
I don't know who was in here seeing that. Man, that's terrible. How do I undo them though? Josh, did you have some questions for him? I think you told me you did there.
It was just the fans, like they kept saying 50,000 people on TV. Did it seem like that? I'm sure you have a pretty good gauge how full that place gets.
I think towards the end it seemed like more because that place could hold like 100,000 people.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. At the beginning, it was not a lot of people there. by halftime there was a lot of people there, and there was way more people at the end, than at any other time.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm trying to get him unblocked. That was my fault.
Well, while you're trying to get him unblocked, I have another quick question.
Yeah.
It's a I know this is stupid, but it's actually baseball. They just announced today they're not testing steroids anymore. So how much of a bigger slap in the face, Pepino, do you think it was, or even High Octane, about Bonds and Clemens losing their eligibility after this year, or run
Well,
out?
I think they lose their eligibility from the 10 years. I think you have 10 years to get in. And then after that, you got to wait, I don't know how many more years. And then you get a chance to get in like through other players, like voters and stuff. There's always they'll get in eventually.
Probably
But
after they're dead.
no, I don't think
No?
so. Not with a
Well-
couple of guys already in, because you got Ivan Rodriguez and we got David Ortiz who just got in. These are people who are on steroids. They
Yeah.
got in, but that's what I tell people. Your attitude has a lot to do with it, because it's almost a popularity contest, just like anywhere else.
Yep.
And Bonds was an asshole. Roger Clemens was an asshole. David Ortiz was a nice guy. Ivan Rodriguez was a nice guy. That's the difference between getting in and not getting in. But yeah, I mean, Bonds is a dick. Oh, sorry, I wasn't supposed to cuss. But yeah,
You're
he,
okay with Hey,
that's why he's not in. Him and Roger Clemens have attitude problems. Same thing with Kurt Schilling. There's another guy with the bloody
Yep.
sock. He was a legend in baseball. He's not in because of his political views. They don't let him in. So it happens. It's a popularity contest. So you could be one of the best players, but if people don't like you, they're not going to vote for you. And it's the writers. That's the thing about the Hall of Fame. It's the writers that get you in. So these are the people that were interviewing them after games and
Oh,
dealing
yeah.
with them on a daily
Yeah,
basis.
they're the guys that they were first in the line of being an a-hole too.
I cannot find where to unblock him. I mean, I'm to the point I'm on YouTube Studio and it says manage YouTube account, all that. I don't see it. That's terrible. Oh, here we go. I got the moderator. I think I found it. Yeah, here we go. Hidden users. I'll remove him. Okay, he should be good now. I need to text him. All right, I think I got it right now.
I don't think Pete Rose will ever get in unless he's dead.
Yeah, he's going to get in when he's dead.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That's kind of what I've heard around too, is that they'll wait a year after he passes, then reinstate him, and then Hall of Fame bound.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, but I just think that's reality.
I just texted him to let him know that I unblocked him. It was my bad. Hey, off subject, I gotta get this announcement out. Guys, we're doing our break Thursday night. It is sold out, so we won't have to do a second chance spot this time. So I know Octane hates that. It seems like Josh hates it too because he's hit it the last few times. So the only people left to pay though is Octane, George Wells, Josh, John, Scott B, and then Randy, and we'll be good to go. And we'll start that at 6:30, and then the break will start at 7 Thursday night.
So how was NASCAR cards market going? I know like the F1 took off. Like
Oh yeah, F1's through the roof.
F1 is insane.
Dude, F1, I got into one F1 break because I love watching F1 also. I keep up with that pretty religiously. And it was, I think, just one of the boxes, it was like $500. And I'm like, man, that's nuts. Well, yeah, that's when it first came out. Now they're like $2,000 for a box. I was like, holy crap.
I think with NASCAR it also depends on the product. Like the National Treasures release just come out, that was pretty pricey and it seemed to sell out pretty quick. And I've noticed a lot of the prices on eBay are pretty strong, whereas the Donruss release and this year I think it was just Prism and Chronicles. It just depends on the product more than it does. I think that's just my personal view.
See, Pepino, man, with the racing products, we don't get but 4 releases a year. So there's not, if you're trying to save money, you don't have like 15 releases like baseball does.
Yeah,
So,
that's what sucks about it. Before in the 80s, there was three, 3 to complete a year. Now there's like
yeah.
100. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's tough on me because see, I collect Kyle Larson. If you can't tell, that's the shirt. That's my main PC guy for the Cup Series. I like Haley Deegan as well. She's in the trucks. Speaking of Haley, I did want to show this. I don't know. Some people knew that I bought it, but this is my new Haley Deegan diecast that I just picked up. So pretty cool. It's a rookie truck, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, we don't get but like 4 releases, and the National Treasures is $400 a box, and
For
all the
NASCAR?
yeah, it's
Oh,
ridiculous.
you guys have a national treasures for NASCAR too?
Yeah, yeah. They had Prime, and that was what was Prime, guys? Like $200.
$200 to $300.
Yeah, yeah. They had that, and that was like a lower end National Treasures. I mean, you would get like the bigger patches and like the shorter print autos and stuff like that more so than you would the junky cards.
You guys
So to
get
speak.
patches of like jackets and stuff, or is it
Oh
meant
yeah,
to
it's like
be?
from the fire suit. Yeah, yeah,
Man, that's a lot of patches. On a
yeah.
baseball player, you either get the number, or the name, but yeah, NASCAR suits are just covered in the patches, man.
Well,
Well, I
a
did
lot
have
of
another.
times,
I had another quick question because I'm curious about this because Fox was really making it sound like LA loved Kyle Busch. Did he get that? Was it that loud of cheering for Kyle Busch, number 18?
It seemed mixed. Like he got booed a lot too.
Yeah, they made it sound like on the broadcast that, oh my God, everybody loves him in LA. They're all
No, he got a
cheering.
lot of noise, but it was mixed. He got a lot of boos too.
well, at least that's typical NASCAR weekend because
Yeah.
that's a
Well,
real
see, that's
deal.
that's what I was wondering about when when we got in, because we, like I said, a lot of people got there late. Like we got there right on time, basically. But it's like in LA, that's early, you know. And that's what I kept telling my wife. I kept telling my wife, I go check it out. I go look at all these jackets, and I was just pointing them out, this, that, and I swear it's like I pointed out 30 jackets, and none of them were the same. M&M's, like every Lowe's, like every jacket was different. I was like, do you think these other people, favorite drivers, or because all the jackets look new too? So I was like, or do you think they just like that product or like the look of it? I
Yeah,
couldn't tell.
No,
you're
they're
right. It
probably
also makes you
20-year-old
wonder.
jackets. They just never had a chance to wear them.
Well, there is one thing comparing racing to stick and ball sports. When you go to a baseball game, there's 2 teams present. When you go to a NASCAR race, there's 36 or 40.
Yeah.
So that opens that
Well,
up for sure.
yeah, because when I do remember like hearing, like listening to the stations and stuff, and they really were pumping Kyle Busch. So I thought I was gonna see a lot of Kyle Busch fandom there or something, but it seemed like it was just spread out. Like there was a lot of jackets and numbers of racers that weren't even there. You know?
See, a lot of times what we get to see on TV, this is any given week, is you're going to see those Kyle Busch fans, you're going to see those Chase Elliott fans, and here lately you're going to see those Larson fans. Past that, you don't really see much, do you? On TV, thinking
No.
about it. And that's another thing I'm going to hit on. A lot of these guys know. You may not know Pepino, but Larson won the championship last year. Obviously, there's the shirt. You have all these people like, he had said, I don't know if you heard the news, but he said the bad note, we know word we're not supposed to say about a black person, and it was a mistake. He didn't really intentionally mean it by like any harm's way. Well, he got all this hate and everything in
He got
2020.
blackballed for a whole year. He didn't even
Yeah,
race in 2020.
and he went on this tear.
Well,
Like he
he raced a couple
like
races, but
like I think he won like 200 races, like in the dirt world and everything. And then they wanted to bring him back, so they bring him back last year. He wins 10 races last year, and then we show up to Martinsville, and all these people are just showing up. And before, you would never see Kyle Larson merch, where you have all these bandwagon people, and it's just annoying. I was like, you guys don't even know what you're doing. You're just
Yeah,
following the
that's I mean, that's the internet, you
yeah.
know?
Oh yeah.
That's the internet. That's what I was saying. I was like, I was just wondering. I was like, I see all these people with, and everybody has a different jacket. I'm seeing like 50 different jackets. I thought I was gonna see a lot of Bush, you know, a lot of Chase, and no, it was like everything was spread out. I saw so many different. It's weird to me, like exactly like you said. If I go to a baseball game, I'm gonna see two different teams' jackets. But man, I saw it seemed like 100 overall, you know, after the whole day.
Hey, off subject. Super Bowl's coming up Sunday. Who's your pick? It's right there in town.
I think the Rams are going to win.
Really?
I-
I, I, I got this
I don't
funny
mind if
feeling
the
with Burrow.
Rams lose, but I will put my money on the Bengals.
That's who
I'll go
I'm
with
thinking,
Bengals
the
too. I
Bengals.
don't watch it much.
I want the Rams. I wouldn't mind them winning, but I hate Odell Beckham Jr. so much that I don't want to see him win.
I knew
That's
that
the
was
thing.
coming.
That's the thing about sports now is, you know, between fantasy football, between, you know,
Switching
social media,
teams and being a
you yeah,
little
there's always an inside reason why you don't want certain teams to win.
right.
So off subject as well. This is going back to the NASCAR. This is like, I swear, the sixth time that I've heard this. Haley is not doing TTMs anymore. You can only request a autograph hero card. Man, through the NASCAR world, that has like in the past days went insane.
At least they're offering that though.
Well, I'm going down there. I think when the season starts or gets going, you know how I can go down there. I'm going to see if I can't get my stuff back. Because if that's the case, I've got 3 things sitting down there ready to be autographed. I know Roger's got some. I don't know if you guys do or not, but I want my stuff back because I've been waiting since like 2021 early, like January of last year.
Yeah, I've been waiting. I think this month is a year on Dale Jarrett now.
But
you guys are those TTMs?
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty insane how I mean, I don't know
Do you do much
how
of that?
huh?
Do you do much of that?
I don't
know.
I've never do them, but I watch a lot of TTM channels. And
Right.
I mean, there's people that right now that I've seen getting TTNs back from like 5 years ago. You know, because there's always people in the TTM world is like, whoa, can you believe this one 6 years ago, 10 years ago? You know,
Yeah.
like I have one of my friends who's a TTMer on YouTube. In 2012, he sent like 3 or 4 Mike Trout rookie cards in the mail to his house, to his parents' house, because Mike Trout, who is like one of the best players right now going around, he used to sign TTM at his mom's house, but I guess he sent them a little bit too late, and he never got them back. And those cards are like thousands of dollars each, you know, but he's never got them back. They're just gone.
You know, that's the chance you take.
Oh yeah, I see people all the time that they'll send certain cards and they get different cards back. So they're like, hey, what happened to my card that I sent you?
We got one right here it's not it's racing related. Or Josh just got back from Richard Petty and they took his 2 metal cards and they didn't get it back.
Yep.
I'm
Roger
gonna
says he got back from Eric Jones today. Yeah, so did I, Roger. I'll show mine here in a second.
when I send you your program, when I was at the National, I got a couple of cards from the dollar boxes that I got for you.
Okay.
Was thinking,
sweet. Look at that. That was senior, right? Oh, nice.
yeah.
Those are showcase. Oh, look at that. That's my boy right there, too. Gordon on the one. I couldn't see that. Who's the middle one? Is that Tony Stewart?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Tony Stewart out of $4.99.
Yeah, those showcase. I've never opened up any of those. That was high end press pass right before I think they went out of business. I love that. That's PC all day right there.
Yeah, so they went out of business. You got a car company that went out of business?
Yeah, press pass. Yeah, they went out of business. I think we know why they ran out of business, don't we, Josh?
Yeah,
So, did you ever watch that? I don't know how much you watch my channel because I mean I do a lot of NASCAR. That's what I was saying. You know, my channel, the people that are on here, they enjoy the NASCAR. I mean, I have some of the people tinker in from the baseball, football stuff, but I don't get a lot of love because I guess where I mainly just do the NASCAR. But we opened up a box of what was that? 2008 Press Pass.
It wasn't American
Yeah,
Thunder. It's
American
like
Thunder.
So what was crazy was you could have never had this worked out any better than it really did. So Josh came down from Cleveland, was gonna go to some race shops, race events, things with me and Roger. So Roger comes over, my boy's in here. You know, it's just a fun night of ripping and hanging out. So we all get to this box and we start opening it where you're only supposed to get one autograph and 2 memorabilia, right?
Yeah.
Well, each of us opened our first pack and we're like, oh my God, this is on YouTube. So you can go back and watch it. We each get an autograph. So we're like, something's up. I'm like, there's no way this long story short, we go through the whole first box. We got like 16 autos and
all
like
numbered to
memorabilia.
24.
We got what?
All numbered to 24.
Yeah. Crazy,
Wow.
man.
So it was a hot box.
Yeah.
There's
for
probably 24 boxes like that.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, somebody's like, what's the person that opens a box and doesn't get anything? Because we took their hits. But it was crazy. But we enjoyed that. I mean,
Yeah, I wonder if that's true with NASCAR cars. I know that happens in baseball where they have like a hot box, like a hot hobby box, you know, where you're going to get all these hits, but they have like so many of those that they actually put out, but they're on
Right.
purpose.
What's crazy?
Because I've gotten packs from a box and they were all purple. You know what I mean? They were all purple, numbered to whatever they were numbered.
I got them right here, Danny.
Hot box.
Hold
You
on,
know?
let me see if I can. I don't. How do you make the person's screen get bigger? I don't know how to do
Click
all
on that
this.
screen.
Okay, it's not working. Wait a minute. Let me do this. Hold on. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want either. Yeah, it's not working. I don't know how to do it.
That's all right. But I got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a Harvick, so 6 out of that.
Yeah, and what's crazy is we were in the first box and I was like, come on, pull a Jeff Gordon autograph. Well, it didn't happen in the second box. We pulled the Jeff Gordon and I screamed out. I was like, thank you. Going crazy. But
we pulled 2 Harvicks, 2 Stewarts, 2 Jeff Burtons. It was crazy, and they're all numbered to 25.
yeah, that was insane. I think that was a once in a lifetime box. We're never gonna get that lucky. Speaking of TTMs, though, I did want to share. I got one back over the weekend on the 5th, which was Saturday. I just didn't film it. Of course, my guys knew who this is gonna be. We got the King. Richard Petty. I got that one, and then I had this one. It was just like somebody.
Oh, you can't enter like.
And then I got this one today, and I think Roger said that he got back from him too. So it was really quick on this Eric Jones. I had just sent to him on the 26th. So
did you send to his fan club, Danny?
Yeah. He's not sending any papers with him anymore. It's just in there. I don't know where I was sending, or he maybe knew I sent before. That one.
Richard Petty stole my metal cards and still sent me come buy my Cameo.
Hey, Richard Petty, do you know what Cameo is, Pepino, where the celebrities do the shout outs?
Yeah.
So Richard Petty does them for $250, and you only get like 30 seconds worth. I was like, yeah, I think I'll pass.
Yeah, Pepino, I was finishing. I got this set here, and it's like a 5-card metal tin set. And I sent my last 2 to be signed. I got the first 3 signed, and he kept them.
You don't have any more in that little crawl space you have?
No.
You were there.
You guys know about his crawl space? Man, I remember years ago, we did a live. Man, he went in there drunk and oh my, that was one of the
and
the LA Beast came into my live stream.
You were all excited and you couldn't believe he was there. You missed him.
Here's my home run derby ball I caught in Cleveland.
That was awesome.
Oh, nice.
Wow. I didn't realize you were there that night. I still give him a hard time on that one.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, man. That was like at the breakup of the Carr family, right, or whatever. The
Yeah, it was when the card crew, I
Carr-
had to tiptoe around everything I wanted to do, and I think that was like my going out party, just get drunk and go crawl around in a crawl space.
Those are great though, man. I remember all together, like a lot of us were going live, doing our own lives, and it was just like our little crowd, you
Yeah.
know.
Yep. I just back to what I was saying. I think you I mean you watch my channel, correct, Pepino?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought you did. I just wish that more like I go around to all the baseball guys and stuff. I just wish I had more that would come back and pay the favor. That's what this is all about. But I get it. I mean, I don't do the baseball stuff or whatever, but it
Well,
is
I
what it is.
mean, before I also think like a few years ago there was a card community where it was mostly everybody, and now there's all these niches.
Yep.
Now they're so big. Now you have a NASCAR niche. Now you have so now I don't think, I don't, like me, I still try to watch CTM. I still try to watch a couple of my NASCAR. I still try to watch a couple of my basketball friends, but it's too hard to keep up now.
Yep.
It was a
Yeah.
lot easier 3 years ago when you were, where you were subscribed to a couple hundred people. But once and only so many are making videos. But
Yeah,
now it's like there's
I
just
went
too
back
many.
into my things and I like one night I couldn't sleep and I was just looking at everybody and I was like, this person hasn't made a video in 7 months. This person hasn't made a video in 5 months. Like,
Yeah. But
a
right
lot of
now, I
people.
mean, just to be honest, it just seems like the investment videos, the flipper guys, you know, those guys are just taking people by the groves.
Dude, that stuff ticks me off, man. Like that's honestly was one of the reasons why I stopped doing the baseball stuff. I don't know. It was
Yeah. I mean, some of these influencers really have too much influence. You know what I mean? Reality, they just
Some of
do.
it's negative stuff too. I mean, it's not.
there was a lot of drama. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Now
Yeah.
I just do this NASCAR stuff and I'm in my own little world again.
Yeah, it used to be like at least everybody respected each other's niche. Now there's people like, hey, this guy's doing this, screw him. This guy's doing this, he's the
Yeah.
devil. This guy's doing this, he's bad. Get him out. Cancel
Yeah.
culture is like creeped into the hobby.
Well,
Yeah.
here's kind of how I explained it. So a lot of card collectors are nerds. All right. So
Look behind you, Josh.
we're all a nerd in our own way, okay? But I played sports my entire life, but the problem is too many jocks came in. Is how I feel about it. It's like some of these guys I see are ripping cards with their muscles and shirts off. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like this is dumb. I'm like, these people are just jocks. I miss all the nerdy people.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's like I don't know how to word this, like the YouTube Sports Car Hall of Fame thing. I watched a lot of the ballots. From what I heard, somebody new just came in. Like a channel like mine never stands a chance to get into that. And I'm not knocking that because that's for its own thing. But you take someone like me, I'm never gonna get in. So it is what it is.
I mean, honestly, like with the YouTube Sports Car Hall of Fame, it's like before it used to be baseball card collector. So it's basically his followers that were voting. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And now it's switched to the Ticket Leprechaun to Legends Never Die. It's basically his viewers now that are voting. You know, and you to win now. If you want to do an analytics kind of thing, all you really have to do is tell, like, if you're on a video and you have 20 people watching in live, if all those 20 people voted for you, you'd have 20 votes, which is huge. And because a lot of people win with 18 votes or whatever.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I mean?
now you got to have all that criteria. Like, isn't there some way that you have
Well,
to be doing
yeah,
all the?
to vote, you have to have 1 year, and to qualify to get in, you have to have 3 years. You have 3 years, don't you?
Oh yeah,
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 see? But that's the whole thing is like your followers have to make a video response to vote. You know,
right.
so if your people aren't voting for you or they're not watching him, they don't know, you're not
Well,
getting in. It's that simple. You know what I mean? It's easy, pretty easy to see who's going to get in and who's not. It,
and
it is like an
that's
itch thing. It is kind of clicky, you
it
know?
is that takes a lot out of it because a lot of people that follow Danny don't do videos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, no, that's the whole thing. When people complain about, say, like Jab's family not getting in or Pac-Man not getting in, like people who have like 30,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers, they're like, how can this guy who gets 1,000, who goes viral, not get in? It's like, because his people didn't vote. That's all it is, you
yeah. They
Yeah.
know?
were they were they were talking about
It-
Ethan's Elvis the same way.
You put that
Ethan's
stuff.
Elvis.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, if you really want to get
you
in now,
put that stuff
yeah,
back in your bag.
you have to campaign. If you
Yeah,
campaign, you can get in pretty easy.
right.
Like,
I think like you were just talking earlier about the Baseball Hall of Fame, it's almost in a way a popularity contest at
oh
times.
yeah, like that's what they're saying. Okay, okay, we got this guy Fred McGriff, who a lot of people think he should be in. All right, but the reason they say like analytically why he's not in, because he played for a bunch of different teams.
Yep.
And normally people that are going into the Hall of Fame, their team, there's always a team that promotes them, that rallies for them. Fred McGriff doesn't have that team because he had so many teams, you know.
Mm.
But if you played for the Yankees your whole life, the Yankees are gonna promote you to get in. They're gonna have your back.
Free
But they say like Fred
advertisement.
McGriff doesn't really have a team that rallies for him. You know,
Maybe now I know what I need to do next year.
for real. No,
Well, this
I'm
is
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like a couple years ago, there was a guy who got in, and he was kind of new to YouTube. But everybody that voted for him saying like, "Oh, I'm voting for such and such because he sent me a care package," and I was like, "This fool was sending care packages like a month before the YouTube Hall of Fame, and everybody saying care packages to voted for him." You know, and
Right.
that's what I'm saying is like, you almost, if you campaign, you can get in. You know?
Yeah. Right.
that's almost like how messed up the sports writers are though. This is like Larry Walker.
Yeah.
It's like he didn't.
He played in Colorado. I can't
Yeah.
vote for him. That's bull.
Stupid.
I'm trying to see something really quick. Hold on. You guys can talk for a second. I'm just writing something.
Yeah, that's why David Ortiz got in, because he's a nice guy.
Mm.
Not
Well,
that he should not be in there,
I think
but
getting
that's what
shot.
people
I
want
think
to
getting shot a couple of years ago helped too.
dude. That should not have helped him, but he still had more good than bad for that, to get in.
So what do you think about the Indians or the Guardians?
Oh, I mean, I guess that's cool. I mean, I understand the name, but man, I mean, now you have the Commanders and the Guardians. I know a lot
I
of people don't like it. I wish it did. I wish it didn't change. I don't see why they had to
I
besides trying to
understand.
keep
I
feelings.
understand the logo, Chief Wahoo. I can understand that, getting rid of Chief Wahoo as our main logo and things like that, but just the name, I don't know. It's a salty situation here in Cleveland. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, you got the same thing going on in Washington now, and it's like that's the thing too. Is like people were attacking the Braves during the World Series, and the Braves were like, "Screw you guys. We're
Yeah.
keeping the name. We're gonna keep the tomahawk."
Have they ever came up with what they're gonna do about Washington? I heard
They're the
that they were.
Commanders now.
Oh, that's what that is. See, I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
the Washington Commanders.
Sounds like some underwear company. Honestly, I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, that's crazy. But everything's changing. Like
Cole, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean the world usually changes slowly. COVID just made everything changed in 2 years, you know, like really fast.
See, you were asking about
Everybody on their computer.
you were asking about NASCAR and how the market is. We had a spike. I know my channel like last year, the
Clean this
beginning of
stuff up, please.
2021, leading from like I guess Christmas 2020 to like January, February, March, like the beginning of the 2021 season, my channel spiked like 300 subscribers. And I had these people coming in buying like I got some on here, but the Donruss fat packs, you know, and the stuff like that, the new Donruss, and they were hoping to pull this huge card. And I'm like, you don't understand, but the NASCAR market is not, it's not valuable.
Yeah, it was funny seeing those videos pop up for a little bit. They stopped, but the
You were
one
seeing like
guy's
these
like, "Oh,
random people.
I'm hunting for this card," and it's like, dude, you're hunting for a $2 card, man. Like.
But we had them tinker in, and then like it kind of floated away. Like I still have a couple of those people I've seen them pop in here or
It's
there.
the same thing in baseball. You know what I mean? There was so much in everything. I mean, Gary V made a huge impact. Like I remember there's these yellow wrestling cards, like these old yellow ones were which for since I've been a little kid, I remember they were considered they're ugly cards, you know, like nobody cares about them. They were not valuable at all. And Gary V made a video like, these are so underpriced. These are so this. They're unappreciated. And boom, like they skyrocketed. And everybody and then there's all of a sudden, there's all kinds of wrestling collectors that had those cards. Like, I never considered these like awesome cards or good cards, but all of a sudden, you know, they skyrocketed in price because Gary V said they're awesome. And now the sneakerheads like just went on eBay and bought them at high prices.
Maybe I had something to do with that because I wasn't really saying that those cards were worth a lot, but I was I mean I was opening a lot, you know. And I guess people were just kind of I guess sitting at home and nothing to do and they were just watching channels and maybe they stumbled across mine or I know Octane does a lot of the racing. He actually opens more racing than I do. Like that guy. He's on here now. He's opening like every day. Right, Octane?
Nice. I wish I was financially stable like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here, Danny. I don't open as much as I like, but I open quite a bit. Yeah.
And that's the luckiest guy in my breaks. You should come and see one of my breaks one night. Like this Thursday, we're doing it at I think 6:30, and then I'll start it at 7. It's kind of unique the way I do it. I think you've been in my basketball breaks though, right? And I think a baseball one time, just never a NASCAR. But he'll hit like every break. It's like every given break this guy right here hits. He's just like really, really lucky. I'm actually I didn't announce this, but I'm gonna do a little giveaway. I don't normally do this on my streams either, just because I figured something different. Logano won yesterday, so not counting, I guess I can add Josh and Octane and you, Pepino, if you want, into the thing. But I got a couple Logano cards I pulled, and I'm just gonna send it like PWE, whoever wins. But I got a couple Logano cards here. I got In the Groove, nice little prism insert. 2015 Logano. I know the camera's not picking it up because of the bright light. Let's see. I think certified 18.
Let me ask a question real quick.
What's that?
In NASCAR, do you guys have super fractors? Like a 1 of 1?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they do. A lot of them are like blacks, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Across the board, they call them like in Prism. They had what was Phenite or something? Phenite blacks.
I think whatever baseball, football, basketball Prism 101s is the same as NASCAR Prism.
Right.
All the inserts and variations were the same. Just
who's the major car dealer for NASCAR? Is it Panini?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the only one. They're the only one.
Are they the only ones that make it, or do they have exclusive rights, or are they just by
exclusive rights? Yeah. See, that's what we were talking about. Press Pass. Press Pass had the rights, and then they shut down like 2015. That 2015 set right here was the last press pass. That was it. After that, they switched over. Like there was a little hiatus, and us NASCAR collectors were like, "Are they gonna make anything?" And then they came back with 2016 Prism. So, and 2016 Prism is really one of the sought after sets. Like that product is really high now. I think there was one like on eBay for the longest time for like $800 for a hobby box, which is crazy for NASCAR. But the rest of the Logano's, I got that one, and then I put in this little nice Crusade from it's a green parallel. But what I'm gonna do is I've got my screen. Let me see. Everybody that's came in and said at least hi in the chat, I put them in, and I'm gonna add you, Josh, as well, and then Octane.
I don't need to be in it. That's fine.
Huh?
I don't need to be in it.
You sure?
Yeah.
I want to win me some NASCAR.
Yeah, I'll put you in, Pepino.
Yeah, Danny, you don't need to put me in either.
Okay. But everybody else that was here, if they commented at least something, I'm just doing that. So I've got everybody here. Let me see. I need to get back to where I can see my screen. I've got my little 12-sided dice. I'm gonna make you guys drunk a little bit. All right, I'm gonna roll the dice, and this is gonna correspond to how many times I do it. All right, 11 times.
Wow.
All right. So I'm gonna keep the screen on. Now you guys can't. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. Can you guys see that? Because I can't see what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Can you see the names?
Well, that's what it's on, but I mean, I have to make it bigger to see the names exactly. But yeah, that's what it's focused on.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can see them on the TV now that it came up there.
Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna do this 11 times. Whoever's up top wins it.
I'm
And
gonna
you
put
can
on my lucky
contact
hat.
me. We'll put my email up in the chat or something. I'll get that taken care of. So 2 times, 3, 4, 5,
Careful, bud.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and here we go. 11, Fanatics. I think he has my email.
Congratulations, Fanatics.
Yeah. I don't know if he's still here. He was here earlier. Hey, look
Stupid
at that.
lucky hat.
Doritos Locos.
Worthless
That's right.
lucky hat.
It's not Pepino until he does something crazy.
Didn't
like
your
that.
dog chew on that, Pepino?
My old one. Someone just sent me that in the
really?
mail. Yeah, I was all sad about it. I was like, how am I going to replace it? I don't know where to get one of
I
these.
saw that on Facebook.
Then I got one in the mail. I was all happy, man. I still don't know who sent it to me. Someone sent it me with no name.
Oh, wow. So was that like a promotional item? I guess that Taco Bell.
This one has to be. The other one was just a regular taco. This one's like the Doritos Locos taco.
That's awesome.
Maybe
But
Taco Bell
how when you
sent
get
it.
something in the mail and then I'm squeezing it, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, I was afraid to open it. I had no idea that's what it was.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, maybe Taco Bell sent it to you.
Right?
Do what, Josh?
As maybe Taco Bell sent it to him.
Yeah, you need to be sponsored. Oh, me. You know, it's been fun, guys. It's really been fun, Pepino. Thank you for coming on tonight, man. I mean, I kind of wanted to just touch base with you since you went there and, see how you liked everything. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it? I mean, be honest. If it wasn't that good, be honest.
No, it was good. I'd do it again, definitely. I mean, as far as a good time, I'd say it was a 10. I didn't have a bad time, and I have any bad experience. It was all great.
You didn't see any fights break out in the crowd?
No, I did not, which I was kind of surprised because, well, when I was a kid, I used to go to the Coliseum a lot to see like monster trucks, Mickey Thompson's, and those events, I used to see a lot of fights, outside the stadium when I was a kid. So I was thinking I might see some fight. No, but there wasn't any.
Right.
Kind of disappointing in LA.
You were disappointed. You walked away disappointed there.
I had my camera ready and say my power. Nothing.
Right.
No, so it was good. It was good. No,
it was good.
The only bad experience I had was, well, I was like next in line at the beer thing, and they ran out of beer, and I was like next.
That brought a 10 out of 10 down to like a 9, right?
But the thing too is that when the whole time that I was recording the video, I thought I had the camera forward, and I had the camera on the people working, but I didn't know I had it on selfie mode. And I was asking them, "You guys are out of beer?" And they were like, "We're out of beer. We're out of beer."
Yeah,
And
I noticed
I
you
didn't know
said
I
I
had it
got
on
it the
selfie
wrong
mode, so
way.
I missed it.
But hey, if you can though, remember check out the track and see if you can get us. You know, it doesn't have to be paid
Yeah, for
for
sure.
sure. Yeah, I
Sure,
appreciate
I'll
that,
get
man.
some.
And let me know what all I owe you, and I'll get that squared away. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And I
Well, it's
got a
been
little
fun
extra
tonight,
in there
guys.
to send you to.
Maybe you can come back on sometime. We'll just hang out or something. I don't know. I want to do more of these throughout the year. You know, I've been where I haven't been doing a lot of lives. The only times I've been going live is like when we do our monthly breaks. And I used to do a whole lot of lives, and it was really
Do you
fun.
have Do you have a subscription to the live stream, the Duck, whatever that is?
The StreamYard?
StreamYard? Yeah.
What do you mean, like by like where I can have more people or something?
No, I think you can too, but like I don't have the subscription, so I get like 20 hours a month or something like that, and then it cuts
Oh,
off.
is that
But if
where
you
you
have a
have?
subscription, it's unlimited.
No, I don't have that. No, I don't have
Okay,
that.
yeah, so you're limited. Like, yeah, that's the whole thing too. That's before I used to make a lot of videos, and I got to the point where it would cut off because I would reach my limit for the free
Right,
monthly.
right. I figure I might like, say have what does it go by monthly? Like is it reset
Yeah,
each month? Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe like one of these a month or something, just something to do. I mean, it's fun. Well, like I said, it was fun having you on, man. I appreciate you hopping on and, telling us about it because some of the stuff we didn't know what was going on, what you may have seen. So
yeah.
for
It
sure.
was fun. I'll send you. Well, I got two. I don't know if you need both of them. I got two of these buttons.
I'll take one for sure. Yeah. If you want to, I mean, you got to keep something from this event. Come on now.
I got a few of them. I got like four of these, so these are extras. I got.
If you want to send me the extra, I'll make sure. Not hating on anybody in the chat or you, Octane, but Josh is like my little brother. I mean, my big brother, so I got to give him one.
Oh, I can send it straight to him. I think I
Yeah,
still have your address. I used to get into his breaks a long time ago.
Yeah.
right, right. Yeah, maybe you can check out one of my NASCAR breaks one month.
Yeah, I'll have to, man.
That's
Hey,
cool.
I don't mind looking at other cards. I mean, because I like cards and I watch hockey channels, and other sports just because I want to see the designs because they have different designs. I'm a fan of designs.
Right, right.
But hockey has some really nice ones, man. Hockey has some really nice designs.
They used to get after me really bad. What you seen it in my breaks, man. I'm terrible with names. Like it's like come and watch me open cards other than NASCAR so you can make fun of how I say their names.
I think hockey has good designs because it's Upper Deck. Upper Deck always
Yeah,
had sweet designs for
they're good with the
baseball.
shine.
Yeah.
They're good with the shine.
Yeah.
Speaking of Upper Deck, that AEW that just come out, man, that stuff is awesome. I don't know if you see my video. I pulled an autograph. Ray Phoenix. I think he's a Mexican wrestler, actually. Let me see if I got that before I get off. I want to show you that. Yeah, these are the new. I just found that over the weekend. Upper Deck putting them out. Let's see. Here it is. Check that out. He's got like the lucha mask on and all that. Really cool.
Nice.
But I looked that card up and I can't find one on eBay or anything. I'm not trying to sell it or anything right off.
Check the Mexican eBay.
Huh?
Check the Mexican eBay.
What's that? Or do I want to know? What is that?
I don't know. I'm just saying eBay in Spanish.
Oh yeah, I got you. But yeah, that card was like one in like 4,000 of pulling it. I looked it up for that specific one. So he says, Danny, that reminds me. What's up, the hobbyist? Sorry, you just missed out on the giveaway. We done a little giveaway. Good to see you though. You didn't find any of the AEW. Oh man. Well, good luck to you on finding them. But guys, I'm gonna head off. It's been fun. Like that time flew by. That was really fun. So we'll do one of these another time, maybe later on in the season or something.
All right.
Thanks
Cool.
for stopping in.
Sounds
Papillo,
good.
Octane, and Josh. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
Yep.
Everybody and watching the channel. Thanks. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, make sure you are. and go check these guys out as well. So I'm gonna head off. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
guys.